All right, welcome in to a special edition of the Jordy Culotta Show here on this Wednesday afternoon. We appreciate you being out there. Make sure you hit that like button, share button, comment button as you join us here. If you have not subscribed to the page, make sure you hit the subscription button. Hopefully you saw that Scott Woodward interview from this morning. Make sure you're sharing that. And we are excited about our next guest that's coming through the studio. A lot of fans talking about and curious about defensive back Sevyn Banks, who transferred in from Ohio State, and he's in the studio with us here on this Wednesday afternoon. Sevyn, good to see you, bro. How are you?
Good, man. Nice to be here.
Absolutely, man. You obviously know about the South and this heat. Tell me what the adjustment has been like getting back down to South Louisiana here in Baton Rouge.
Man, it's hot every day. Being here, I got to get back used to it. I'm from Florida, but being in Ohio for them 4 years, it ain't you don't get too many sun up there. So
yeah. We asked a lot of people who have ended up here at LSU on this 2022 edition of the football team, first under Brian Kelly. There's a ton of new faces, and you're one of them. Mm-hmm. Tell me about how you ended up at LSU.
Man, so kind of when I entered the transfer portal, I knew, what type of facility, what type of program I wanted to go to. Being that before I committed to Ohio State, my first unofficial was to LSU.
Oh wow!
And but that was when Coach O and Coy Raymond was here or whatever. But definitely the coaches, the scheme Kelly, trying to bring in, trying to implement, his way of going, like detailed person. That's where I wanted to be. I knew I wanted to be.
Did you have any experience with Coach Kelly?
No, I had no experience. No.
Really? Who was your main recruiter from LSU?
Sherman Wilson. Yeah, he was, stay consistent, honest, just, gave it to me straight.
Yeah.
And this is where I wanted to be.
Right. What was this process like for you? Because I think there was a time where you thought about going into the NFL draft. Mm-hmm. You've got the talent to play on that level. Mm-hmm. What was the decision about, let me give college football one more chance in the SEC?
Yeah, so if I was to leave anywhere, from the Big Ten, from Ohio State, come for a big program, I had to come to the SEC. And the decision for me to, not go to the draft or opt out of the draft just was because, my injury. I had to, evaluate myself, see, where I probably would go if I went, and then coming back, if I got healthy, where I could go. So that's the path I'm on right now, and it's going great. And I'm glad, God put me in this opportunity for me to be here.
Yeah. Absolutely. What was the transfer portal experience like for you? How crazy was that? What was the recruitment like to go back to that world?
Yeah. Coming out of high school, all the coaches tell you all the, hopes and dreams, what you're going to get. Everybody taking pictures with these, nice cars nowadays and doing everything. But, that ain't, there's all the glitz and glamour good. But, when you get to college, it's not going to be, it's going to be that. So, I just knew already. I knew what time it was. I knew what to look for. I knew what questions to ask. Like I said, LSU is where I wanted to be.
Yeah, absolutely. What was your Ohio State experience like? What did you take away from the last 4 years of your football life?
Yeah, being at Ohio State, I'm very knowledgeable about the game now. I know what to look at. What to, how to train. How to perform, how to prepare myself. Being there, facing top teams, being in national championship, Big Tens, after Big Tens. I feel like the biggest thing I can say I took away from that is family, being able to make my brothers, my family, and being able to take knowledge from all the coaches that I've have coached me, mm-hmm. and I can be able to put that into my game. Just take a little bit from a little bit there and a little bit there.
Yeah. What's your vantage point of the SEC coming from the Big Ten? What do you think of the league overall?
As far as playing, I don't know yet, but while I'm looking and I'm watching film and stuff like that, you're gonna face top guys every week. Mm-hmm. You're gonna face people in the SEC and Big Ten. It's more big people. I wouldn't say everybody's slow, but SEC. We fast paced.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it.
You mentioned your health.
Mm-hmm.
How are you right now?
I'm good. I'm almost back.
Yeah.
I'm almost back, and that's the great thing about it. I pray every day about it. Take it day by day. I ain't looking in the future. I ain't looking in the past. And yeah, that's the biggest thing, I guess, for me. My past, don't describe me. So,
Was it a hip?
Day by day. Yeah.
Hip?
Yeah, just a scope surgery.
Yeah, it's a tough injury for an athlete, right? I mean, it takes away your body. I mean, a certain part of your body that you rely on so much. I'd imagine that the rehab on that was probably gets you motivated.
Yeah, definitely. I was trying to go into it every day, trying to kick ass. So and it's paying off. So
Yeah.
I don't got no doubt about it, no worries, nothing.
Yeah. What's the support life like at a big time program like Ohio State and LSU? A lot of people that have come through here have mentioned like the nutritionist, Dr. Franks, obviously Jake Flint, Jack Marucci and his staff. What is that like to have that at your resource when you need to utilize it?
Yeah, exactly. You need somebody that's going voice their opinion every day like Flint, and get that extra work out of you, get that extra rep out of you. And Flint gonna do that. And then afterwards and before, you got a guy like Frakes that's gonna put the stuff in your body to be able to do that, and be able to put it in your body and then take it out of your body. Just things that that definitely implanted. And
yeah. Everybody that comes through here mentions Coach Steeples. He's the cornerbacks coach. Obviously, Coach Kerry Cooks is the DB coach. You've been on campus just a short time here. What's the impact that Coach Steeples has had on you?
Steve's a smart guy. He know what he's talking about. As far as Coach House, as far as Coach Kelly, Steve's coming from Minnesota, coaching, Patrick Peterson, guys like that. He knows what it takes. He knows what it takes, and I'm always in his ear. We always, watching some type of stuff to be able to get myself better and put my game to the next level.
Yeah. How did they recruit you when they were bringing you in? What were they telling you how they were going to use you once you got here? Because your room feels like it's very open, for playing time.
Yeah. Use me. They always said, they're not going to sugarcoat it. They're going to tell me how it is. I want you to come in here, do your thing. They're not going to give nothing to me. And that's what I'm looking for. I don't want nobody to give me nothing because I'm going to take it.
Sure.
I'm going to earn it. So, being able to just keep it honest and don't, tell me nothing that's fake, basically. And that was the biggest thing for me. Like, just keep it honest. And, I'm already knowing, being in, college. I'm a senior, I'm in a graduate transfer, so yeah, I know the ropes kind of.
Yeah. What's your conversations been like with Matt House, the defensive coordinator?
House, very, just like Kelly, he very detailed about formations, about knowing things, fast and being able to be on top of your game. Because when you're out there, you got a quick second to look at something and then this is what it is. Okay, boom, I got this.
Yeah. I don't think you were here when Tyrann Mathieu came through and spoke to the team earlier this spring. Were you on campus? You weren't on campus yet, but I'm sure you have an understanding of the fraternity of LSU defensive backs and DBU. Coming from a school like Ohio State, has got a pretty strong reputation within that room as well.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts of playing DB at LSU, and what's the reputation of that room throughout college football?
Yeah, there's a standard that's always set, not always set, but just at a program like LSU and being at a program like Ohio State, there's always a standard set. So once you are a part of that, you gotta meet that standard. There's no decline. So being there, I've talked to Tyrann at the spring game too, and I ain't know that he knew me, but he kind of knew me. So that was kind of I'm like, damn, I watched you.
Right.
It's crazy. But
Sure.
Yeah.
Even within that fraternity, there is a micro fraternity that wears number 7 at LSU, and it's a pretty prideful group from Mathieu to Peterson to Fournette to DJ Chark to on down the line.
Exactly.
You want all that smoke. I feel like, right?
Man,
how do you feel about that number at this university playing that position?
Yeah, man, I definitely want it. I definitely want to come in and improve, to my teammates, not just the coaches, but to my teammates that I got to go play with, that, I deserve it. And once I do that, then, everything is, up from there.
Yeah. Have you settled into Baton Rouge? Does it feel like home for you, at least for another year?
Yeah, definitely. I've been here for, about 2 months now, going on 2 months. Yeah, I feel like I settled in. You know, summertime grinding, not really out, but fans are passionate. You know, everywhere I go, you know, they talk about football.
Mm-hmm.
You know, food be great, but yeah,
Too good, huh?
too good.
Right. I mean, how do you manage? Are you at your playing weight? Are you
Mm-hmm.
kind of where you want to be from a physical standpoint?
Yeah, when I first came in, for me not, you know, being able to run a whole lot.
It's a dangerous combination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just being able to sit.
Man, I eating and just, you know, being able to do like marginal stuff,
Yeah.
you know, was, you know, I wasn't in like a good place. But once I, you know, I'm starting working out now, running out, now I'm back at weight. Now, you know, I'm back at 200. So
Yeah. What do you make of your room, of the DBs in your room? We've had Makai come through here, very impressive. Jark was here
yeah.
last week. We've talked to a couple of the players in the room. How do you view your competition and your teammates?
Yeah, they great people. But, you know, at the end of the day, we are boys, but we all got to go out there and compete, you know, and they understand that and they know that. And everybody, you know, we prepare, you know, maybe different, maybe the same, but, you know, it's all going to be good. You know, it's good to compete. That's how you get better, you know, iron sharpen iron.
Yeah. I remember watching you 2 years ago and in the TV broadcast, I believe it was Herb Street that was on the call, said, this guy's a first-round pick. He's a first-rounder. You've got 2 years left of eligibility, but this feels like a year-long, not a project for you. Like, it's 1 year, I'm getting to the league, right? Is this kind of where you are? Is that where you are mentally?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I don't, you know, I'm taking it day by day. You know, yeah, like, you know, whatever, you know, God has planned for me, whatever cards he dealt, you know, that's what it is. But, yeah, this the one.
Mm-hmm.
This the one.
Yeah, absolutely. What's your emphasis this summer outside of health on your game? How do you improve your game when you're not right physically, but you're right there on the doorstep of it?
Yeah. So, I guess I could say being able to be, you know, like a lot of players sometimes aren't as the fastest or aren't, you know, the quickest or not, you know, most technique-wise, the technician or whatever. Just being able to watch film and know what's going to happen before it happens and being able to look at a formation and tell what it is, I feel like that's going to help me improve my game and help me be where I need to be before, you know, that receiver is, you know, where he's at.
Yeah.
So, you know, you being able to have that, you know, mindset, that knowledge.
Yeah.
And with that LSU D-line, that ball's going to come out quick.
Man.
The guys that you'll have on the front seven.
Yeah. Yeah, D-line, you know, BJ and, you know, got 11. We got Ali, you know, Wingo, you know, yeah. Yeah, all them D-line boys. That's what we need. That's the DBs. I love D-line.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's take them 1-2. I need the ball out.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it should be easy to cover with those cats.
Yeah, let me jump
up
on
front. I mean, they're going to be putting pressure. From a standpoint of coverage, you feel very comfortable in a man-to-man situation. Is that kind of where you thrive?
Yeah, I play, you know, majority man-to-man every snap. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's SEC. That's kind of DBU. That's
Exactly.
LSU's way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sevyn Banks, who is with us here. Make sure you're following him on social media. Great follow there as he is new to Baton Rouge, just 2 months in, as we said. Everybody that comes through here, Sevyn, and I know this, to me, it's one of those little parts of the thing that goes into the wheel that makes things great is, look, man, you got to have a good players on good teams. And you can't run from that. But the great teams you find have this chemistry about them where they really like each other, they get along, they like to work together. I'm not there every day, but I see you guys coming through here and have the ability to talk to you all, and everybody seems like they're on the same page and really kind of vibing together. Is that a fair assessment from this point of view to kind of go into the locker room and get the feeling of the team at this point, you know, early in the summer, early in the off season? Yeah,
no, that's a fact. That's definitely a fact. We in there, you know, joking around, but when it's time to work, we work. Mm-hmm. And you need a team that got that camaraderie, you know, that needs to be able to, you know, have that, because, you know, when I get on the field, I need to be able to trust the man to my left and my right. So, you know.
How much do you think that helps that kind of everybody, especially in the DB room, is a transfer to where it's like you all kind of got here, maybe not at the exact same time, but you're all coming to a new program together. Does it feel like that helped with the chemistry a little bit?
No, for sure. It helps, and it's you can bring a different, you know, type of mindset to it, because everybody came from a little bit of, you know,
Different
somewhere
spot.
else. Yeah, so when you put one together, that's not just like just one thing, but it's a whole bunch of things into one. So that's always good.
Was it your brother and your cousin that played in Florida?
My brother and my cousin. Yeah.
How the hell did you get out of Florida, being in Orlando?
Yeah,
Because you were a 5-star guy, right? I mean, you big time recruit.
Yeah, I just didn't want to be in Florida. Honestly, I had my mind made up on Florida. Getting out of Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to be able to make my own name out of there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
How do you get away from it? How do you get what's your deal away from football? How do you check out of football? You fish, you hunt.
I used to fish. I don't know about hunting, but I used to fish.
You play any other sports in high school?
Yeah, basketball, ran track.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, I don't play the game. I don't play the game. I watch movies. Chill, relax. I try to get my body right before I go to get a massage or something before I go play the game. Yeah.
No pickup hoop or anything though.
I used to, but now anything can happen.
Yeah.
So I ain't trying to mess around with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Leader, you like taking on that role?
Yeah, definitely. I always try to get my knowledge out, whatever I know, whatever the young guys ask, whatever. But definitely try to be a more vocal leader, because I'm always, try to lead by example type of dude. But if I have to be, I will. It ain't nothing to say, what I got to say.
Yeah. Welcome to Baton Rouge, bro.
For sure. Appreciate you.
It's good to have you. It's good to have you at LSU. I know a lot of people are fired up to watch you play. We were talking this morning. You feel like the one in the room that, when DBU is right, that fits in, your style, your play, your mentality. All of them are dogs. It feels like all of your guys it's something to prove and playing with a chip on your shoulder. But you feel like the one that fits. It's gonna be fun to watch you play, man.
Yeah, I can't wait to be around. In Death Valley. See what is actually is live. Being in there with them fans. Yeah. So I can't wait.
Looking forward to that experience for you, man. Thanks for stopping by.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Sevyn Banks. Make sure and follow him on social media. Looking forward to watching him play on Saturday nights in Tiger Stadium. Still in off season to get prepared, but it's good to meet him and see what he's up to going through the off season here for LSU football. We'll be back with you tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Don't forget to tune in to Mic'd Up this afternoon, coming at you at 6 p.m. right here from the studio. And daily, we're brought to you by Go Chevrolet. Make sure to hit that like, share, comment button on the way out.